What's going on, guys? It's Salvajee. Welcome back to another episode of my Widowmaker map guide series. We're going to be covering Hanamura on this episode. One of the things that I noticed on my Volskaya episode is that I went a little bit too in-depth into all of the general / beginner spots for Widowmaker. I'm not going to be doing that in this video. Yes, if you are new to my Widowmaker map guide series, I'm going to be going over some beginner / general Widowmaker spots. I'm going to be showing you guys some secret spots for her, as well as some spots that aren't used that much, and maybe some unique grapple shots here and there. If you want more information about the series, make sure you check out the introduction though. Okay, so we're taking a look at Hanamura, a 2CP map. Let's get started. Alright, so let's get started in the attacking side. When you first start out with Widowmaker, you guys can grapple on over here. You guys have access to this area, and of course that area right here. Like I said, a pretty basic spot. However, a spot that I don't really see used a lot is this spot right here. It gives you access to, of course, the stairs. Sometimes there's a torp turret behind those stairs. It gives you a little bit access to the point, and it also gives you a little bit access to the players that are camping over here, as well as over here, and of course also this area right here. One of the things that I forgot to mention is this little spot right here. Not a lot of people know about it, okay? And it's a very serious spot. A lot of players can camp in this cherry blossom area, and of course you can take them out from here as well. Now, one of the biggest problems in Hanamura, it's Annas or Torbjorns that put turrets up here, basically Zenyatas that camp up here. It happens a lot in the Overwatch League. It happens a lot on the higher levels of play of Overwatch. Something that a lot of players don't know about this map, it's this spot right here. So players think that this is a cheeky elim type spot, as I like to say, for Widowmaker. You know, you can use this spot while you're on defense to get a couple of elims on the enemy team. Yes, you can definitely do that when you're on defense. However, this spot, you want to use it for the players that like to camp up there. Okay, you come over here. Let me just show you guys again. You want to grapple onto this above the red thingy. Okay, and you guys can take out the Annas that are camping over there, the Orisas that have you know, a Torbjorn turret over there. You guys can take out the players that are up here, and it's, of course, also the players that are up here. When you are attacking, you guys can also use this little sight line right here, and of course you guys can also use this sight line right here, which gives you access to this area where some Ana players are at. Also, you guys can use this basic spot right here, and of course this one right here, which gives you access to the health pack room. Also, you guys can grapple on over here, okay, and you guys have access towards the entire point. This is why I don't cover grapple shots on the series, because grapple shots are basically just, honestly, for the most part, you know, pretty basic. You guys can grapple on over here, get a pick over here, or maybe a high priority target over there, maybe a Sombra that's going to the health pack. It's something that, you know, you can do a lot in the attacking phase of Widowmaker. You guys can also grapple on over here. Okay, this is a spot that basically a lot of people know about so far, but again, if you're a beginner Widowmaker player, you probably don't know about this spot, so there you go. Right, when you're defending with Widowmaker, not a lot of players know about this spot, but you guys can just grapple on to this little area right here, jump at the end, and as you guys can see, you guys can get some cheeky elims. I actually learned that from Kefri, the rank 1 Widowmaker at the moment, I think, I'm not sure. Alright, so when you're defending with Widowmaker, this is a really good spot. The cherry blossom spot, it's also a really good spot, so let me show you guys that. Okay, so a really good spot on defense is over here by the cherry blossoms where Landon is at. As you guys can see, I can barely see Landon. Also, if you guys come over here, if you guys grapple onto this little branch right here, you guys can be in even more cover. Okay, like you will have the cherry blossoms basically blocking your view, but you're gonna be in even more cover. Landon, come over here. There we go. Okay guys, so there we go. Landon did it perfectly this time. As you guys can see, you're basically covered up by the cherry blossoms. It's not a great spot, but it is a spot that you guys can use. Alright Landon, that's pretty much it. Come over here. You guys can also camp on this little spot right here, which gives you access to this area. Another good spot, it's this high ground access over here, gives you access to sort of like the back of this truck. This area right here, you can hide behind the bush, and of course make sure that you take out some people over there. Let's say that the enemy team is pushing, you guys can grapple onto this little area right here. You can help out your teammates from here, and of course you guys can grapple on over here and help out your teammates from over here as well. So let's say that you are coming from spawn with Widowmaker and you want to help out your teammates on point. So most people, they like to come up here. You know, they either go up there to the high ground or in this little area right here. I'm going to show you guys something that's more practical and honestly a little bit more useful. So you guys want to shoot this at the beginning of the match. And as you guys can see, look at that. You guys can basically kill the people that are on the point or that are of course camping up there, like an Ana for example. You know, that's usually where the Ana players are at, where the Zenyatta players are at. And then of course you guys can grab along over here and then of course shoot people that are coming over here. That spot isn't great, it isn't magical, but it is a spot that can help you out from time to time. When you're attacking with Widowmaker, this spot right here is also really good because you can look out over to the point, and of course you guys can also look at players that are coming from this area right here. However, there is something that not a lot of players know about, and it's this little spot right here. Okay, it's this spot right here. Okay, it doesn't give you like a lot when it comes down to line of sight, but players that do come over from this side of the point, you can definitely snipe. It's a really useful spot, and on top of all that, you can also use it for defense when, you know, there's like players coming over there. Okay, when you are attacking with Widowmaker, okay, and you know you want to kill players from spawn, you can grapple on over here and then just walk your way towards the, you know, this area right here. Watch out though, because it is pretty difficult. That's how I get to this area, by the way. You guys just want to grapple on over here and then just walk over to the damn platform. Okay, keep in mind when you guys are attacking with Widowmaker or defending with Widowmaker, you guys can use this little area right here. I don't really see a lot of players using this spot, so I thought I should definitely mention that. Alright, let's move on forward to the second point. Let's say that you're attacking with Widowmaker. You guys can grapple on over here to this area, and then you guys can snipe players that are over here in this high ground. I've seen this in Overwatch League. I've seen top Widowmakers do this. It's honestly a really good spot, and of course not a lot of Widowmaker players know about this spot right here. Also, you got this little room right here. You know, you can sit down if you just got like a 5k, you know, you want to give the enemy team some breathing room. You guys can also grapple on over here to this point as well. You know, shoot the people that are up here, of course, as well as anybody else that's over here in this area. You guys can get on top of the house and of course snipe the players that are on the point, as well as of course the players that are coming from here, or of course the ones that are coming out from spawn. This is also a really good spot for Widowmaker, as you can also eliminate players that are coming out from their spawn. If there's a Widowmaker on this high ground area that's giving you a lot of trouble, you guys can also take her out from this spot or the next spot that I'm going to show you guys. Okay guys, so here's another spot. There's a lot of Widowmakers that like to camp over there on this little area right there. So what you guys want to do is you guys want to come over here, and then as you guys can see, you guys have access to those pesky Widowmakers that are camping in that terrible spot. Now there's a bad thing about, the only bad thing about the spot, I mean, is that you don't really have a ton of access and a ton of view, and they can just counter you if they move on forward towards the left. But it is something that you guys can use if they just keep owning you over and over again. So if you guys keep going this way, right, and you know you guys try sniping the Widowmaker from this position, right, you know she's just going to be looking at that specific position all the time, right, because that's what Widowmakers do. You know, they want to be looking to where they think you're going to be. So you got to be unpredictable. What you guys want to do is, instead of going over there after she's killed you like 2 times in a row, you guys come over here behind this rock, and of course that is going to surprise her, as you guys can see. I don't really see Landon over there, but you know, like I said, it's a very situational spot. Oh look, as you guys can see, he's moving through there. So yeah, that's basically another secret spot that I want to show you guys. Alright Landon, that's pretty much it. You can go eat food if you want. When you're attacking with Widowmaker, of course, this is a pretty basic spot. Obviously, you guys should know this. From here, you can grapple on over to this spot right here, which is the high ground spot. Or, of course, you guys can also jump on over to this little spot right here. When you're attacking, this spot is really good because you also have, you know, a lot of cover from, you know, this side right here. If people are shooting, you guys can just back away. When your Mercy's coming to heal, you can jump so she comes heal you. So how can we get to that spot faster? I guess you could say easier. Let's say your Reinhardt is pushing through here. You guys can just, you know, come on over here and grapple on. Or let's say that you're coming over from defense. Okay, you just grapple on over here to this side right here, and you just whoop, come over here to this high ground area. Also, another way that you guys can do it, and this is basically just the sneakiest way, You guys can come through here when you're on the attacking side of things, and then you guys can just grapple on to this area. It's a very, very sneaky way to, of course, get to the point. So another thing that you guys can do is, you know, let's say you're attacking, your teammates are going over here, you go through here, and without using your grapple, obviously. And then you take out the Widowmaker that's camping over there. You take out the Widow that's camping over there. And then, of course, you guys can just come on over here to the high ground. Just a little strategy that I thought I should share with you guys. Alright, now let's move on forward to the defending side of things. Okay, when it comes down to you when you're on defense. Okay, so this is also a pretty good spot, basic. This is also a really basic spot. Not going to be going too in depth into it. You can snipe players that are coming from here. This is also a really good spot. So here's the thing, right? Widowmaker on defense on Hanamura doesn't have a lot of crazy spots, but that's because she basically has the advantage on defense. This spot right here basically gives you access to the street type area. This one right here also gives you access to, you know, this boulder and, you know, this area as well. Something that I like to do with Widowmaker, I like to come up here and I like to eliminate the players that are coming over from this area right here. It is very, very helpful. You guys can also move on forward a little bit more, and of course you guys can also snipe the players that are coming from this area. You guys can go through the middle route and then grapple on over here, and then snipe players that are coming over here, and then of course just retreat. Let's say you are on the defending side of things, you guys can grapple on over here and also you know, get some cheeky elims from the beginning. Although I don't recommend that you do that. I rarely use this spot with Widowmaker unless I want to take out players that are over there. If you saw the Overwatch League, you guys know that this spot is definitely used a lot. You guys want to grapple on over here and again take out, you know, a Mercy or, you know, something like that. Because usually the healers are the ones that are on the back line. You guys know what I mean. When you guys are on the defensive side of things, you guys can also use this little spot right here. Again, it's just too basic, it's too general, not going to be going super in depth into it. And yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I probably missed a spot, so if I did, keep in mind this is a community guide. Make sure you leave your Hanamura spot in the comment sections below. One of the things that you guys can do, last but not least, on defense with Widowmaker is you guys can, you know, let's say that you were basically on the high ground. Okay, you're very low on health. You know, instead of going towards your healer, you guys can drop down, get the mega pack over here, and then just make yourself to this high ground area right there, just so you don't have to, you know, get this health pack and risk it or basically go to your healer. Anyways, if you guys want more Widowmaker spots and, you know, an actual guide on the spots and what they're used for, make sure you check out the tutorial playlist, the Widowmaker map guide series, in the description below, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content. Peace.